Really promise that was it. All right, now what we're doing is we are mixing this epoxy. This is epoxy part A and B mixed together already. I have been wearing my chemical mask from the start. I had it on when I started the video because I'd already mixed this epoxy. Now we're putting it on. We want to get a good amount because we want to float on this one. So we're just going to spread it. I'm using my silicone brush. I use this because I started getting a very mild sensitivity to epoxy. Even though I'm very, very careful, I wear my PPE gear. I was using my gloved finger. That was the only even mild contact. And even though they say that's what you should use, I was starting to build a small irritation allergy. So to combat that, I am now using a silicone brush. Sometimes I'll touch the epoxy. I'm not scared of it yet. I'm not at the point where I have to go to the hospital for my reaction. My eyes start itching a little bit. So I'm just doing everything I can to not make my allergy worse. The more contact you have with epoxy, the worse your allergy can be. All right, so we are all spread there. So now we're going to push some of this right off to the bottom and get it here. We're just coating the whole cup. It's going to be a little extra. That is okay. We want it to have a nice flow to it, so we're going to drizzle just an extra little bit on. Okay. That gnat is going to land on this cup. I already know it. It's going to make me mad. I've got my little silicone. You can see right here, I've got a little silicone mat. We have these on LittleLee and Rose as well as the stir sticks and the brushes. I have that sitting there so I can easily just stick my tools there and I don't have to wipe them off or clean them yet, and I can keep using them, and they just sit on that mat and they won't get a mess everywhere. Now, I buy white alcohol ink in bulk, and I buy these cute little jars with these little needle lids, and I get these on Wish. This is from the Wish app, guys. It's a great little app. You can also find these in our Amazon store, but what you're going to do is take this. So I buy a large bottle and I put them in the small bottles. I also have little alcohol ink bottles available on LittleLee and Rose. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to drip the white alcohol ink around on the black, wherever you want. Big drips, little drips. I'm going to make that one a big one. Big drips, little drips, lots of drips. We'll call this our Dalmatian cup. Holy smokes, right? Okay, now we're coming around. I'm going to drip some off the edge so they kind of go along the bottom. Now we're going to bloom these inks out. So this is going to be my basic tutorial, you guys, on the alcohol inks, the colored alcohol inks on the black cup. I will get a little bit more intricate in future tutorials. This is just going to be your basics. So we just dropped the white. Now we're going to take our colors. I've got to mix these up pretty good. The pearls need to be mixed up very well because all the metallics go to the bottom. I had them mixed up before we started, but I'm just giving them an extra little shake to make sure. There we go. All right, so then you take your alcohol ink and you drip it on top of the color. Now these are done with pearls. So you will, oh, this is clogged up with the pearl. Okay, we're gonna have to stick a needle in that one. Oh, my pearls. They're all giving me fits. Let's see. I might have to shift, you guys. These pearls are being, oh, there we go. This one's more free-flowing. Okay, right there, you can see what they do when they touch each other. It's super cool. So we're just going to bloom these inks out. Oh, this one's starting to clog. These pearls are a stinker because the metallics will clog up the tip. So you need to keep a pin handy. I thought I had them all declogged before I started. There we go. So you basically just drop the color ink on top of the white dots. This is the basic way, guys. You can also mix your inks together. Oh, this one's still going to give me fits. Whoops. Oops, I really squirt a lot on that one. There we go. Oh my gosh, this looks like a kind of like a Maleficent cup with the green. So the inks will show up over the white really, really well. Just want to make sure we have a good variety of each color. Okay, then we're going to torch it. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We're going to get this epoxy really moving. But the torching is also going to pop the micro bubbles, and it's also going to get this epoxy moving. There we go. That's super fun. All right. So now what you can do is take your straw, if you want. This is, sorry, my straw is very covered in glitter. And you can blow All right, sorry, for that part, when you guys do that, you want to make sure you're working in a very well ventilated area with open air. Now, I have my fans going, so I'm okay with taking my mask off to breathe for just a little bit, but you don't want to do that if you're in a closed space. You can use a heat gun to do what I just did. I personally like this, the blow method with the straw method. But like I said, my workshop is very large and it's also very ventilated. I have a whole house fan going, sucks all the air up. I still wear my chemical mask, you guys, for safety. But in moments like that, I'm not super concerned because I also know that I'm also taking other precautions. Now this cup looks amazeballs, so I'm just going to leave it just like this because I already have an idea of what I want to put on it. I always wait till I see the cup like this because you just don't know what you're going to get. But this is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it was that simple, you guys. I'm just going to let this roll. This is basically going to be the final coat because you can do that with this. It's amazing. If it doesn't come out lumpy or anything, you can just leave it just as is. But if you want to add a decal, this is going to cure up. Then you can add your decal and then add a layer of clear epoxy over the top and you're done. So these kind of methods are the ones that I love because they're beautiful. They draw a ton of attention. They're very easy to make. They don't take as much time as, let's say, like a double glitter peekaboo. So your revenue on this is for your time, you get paid better for an item like this because it's a lot easier to make and a lot faster to make. All right, guys, I'm going to push this off to the side. We're going to film another tutorial. We're just going to keep on rolling. So we'll come back when this thing is all ready to do and we'll show it off. All right, guys, here we go. You just saw this. I just left it on a little bit high speed so you can kind of get a really good look at it. This is basically done. Now, I'm going to put this on my shelf. I'm not going to go ahead and decal this one. This will go for, I just keep it on my shelf for if I have like a last minute birthday or a last minute gift that I need, I can throw a name on it and like in a beautiful holographic vinyl or like pink vinyl or whatever the person wants. If they see it, I can customize it real quick at the drop of the hat. Throw the vinyl name on it, put a coat of epoxy over the top, and I've got an order. It's easy to list this in your Etsy shop and recreate it quickly and reproduce it. So I highly recommend this one. It's that simple. It's still turning. It's very tacky. It doesn't actually even need to be on the turner anymore. It can be on my drying rack. But I wanted to give you guys a good, nice 360 view of this before we end this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something new. I just really wanted to show you guys how to work with alcohol inks over a black base. Because it was being talked about in my group yesterday, I want to show you that it is possible. Now, if you want less white in there, you just saturate it with more alcohol inks, guys. Just keep adding more alcohol inks and the white will go away. I like the white. It was just kind of part of the strategy to have it mix in. That's why I was dripping one drip of color onto one drip of white, and that way it would give you this look. But if you just keep adding more drips, you get rid of the white. All right, guys, I hope you guys learned something new. This is a quick, fast tutorial for you guys. I'm going to launch this one out the same day I film it, so look forward to this one real quick. See you guys soon. Bye, guys.